Alright, hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about shapes. We're going to talk about the four basic ones: squares, circles, rectangles, and triangles. And the first thing I want you all to do is share with me one thing you know about shapes. Go ahead.
Squares have 4 sides. Triangles have 3 sides.
Awesome, good. Alright, so we'll talk more about that stuff in just a minute. I'm going to show you a video, and what I want you to do when you're watching the video is pay attention to what each shape looks like. It's going to show you objects from like real life objects, so a door for example, and I want you to pay attention to what they all look like and their characteristics.
What's your favorite shape? There are many kinds of shapes, I see them everywhere. I love circles and rectangles, triangles and squares. When I go walking, I see circles everywhere I go. A circle is round like a steering wheel, it's shaped just like a nose. Like a big bright sun, and a cinnamon bun. On a bicycle, round and round they go. Like a big balloon, like a big full moon. How many kinds of circles do you know? I see squares when we go to town, they're everywhere you turn. They have 4 sides of the very same length, let's see what we can learn. Like a pizza bun, and right joint block, equal sides of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like a picture frame, or a window pane. A square is just a shape that I adore. Here and there I find triangles, look around and see. A triangle has 3 sides, 1 and 2 and 3. Like a pizza slice, a piece of pie is nice. How about a great big ice cream cone? Like a volcano, on a sail on my boat, or a steeple with the shape of a roof on my home. I share my house with a lot of rectangles, let's just take a look. With 2 sides long and 2 sides short, you're shaped just like a book. Like my front door, and the rug on my floor. Like a bridge, like a brick, like a bed, like a stereo. Like a Kleenex box, and the ground for the porch. I see rectangles everywhere I go. There are many kinds of shapes, I see them everywhere. Circles and rectangles,
Okay, so now we've watched a video, gave us a few things to know about each shape. So we're going to go over those real quick. First thing I'm going to go over with you guys is how each shape is closed. Does anybody know what that means? No? It's okay if you don't. So what that means is that each one doesn't have any openings. So we're going to take our square for example. Notice how they're all closed sides? This is an example of a shape that is not closed because it has the little opening right there. So for this is a square because it's closed. It has to stay like that. And then same thing with the rectangle, just like the square. This is not a rectangle because it's open. And then same goes for a triangle. There's the opening on that one. And then same goes for our circle. And just because there's no straight lines on the circle doesn't mean that this is still a circle or anything. It's still an open one. So, just so everyone's aware of that. And then we're going to go through the square and the rectangle. Can anyone tell me how these are similar?
They both have 4 sides and right angles.
Yep, good job. So, can anyone tell me why they are different?
One has longer sides.
Yeah, good job. So this one has 4 equal sides, like you said, and then the rectangle has 1 set of longer sides and another set. So we say they have 2 sets of equal sides. So there's that. And then as for triangles and circles, how many sides do triangles have? Did the video say? 3 sides. Great. So with this triangle, this one has 3 equal sides. This one does not. Even though they look different, they're still triangles because they have 3 sides. So just remember that for when we're working later. And then same goes for the circle. They're both different sizes, but they're still circles because they're both round. So here's a little example of that. So those are the things I want to go over with you guys from the video. Let's go. We're going to do a little group activity together with our whiteboard. What I'm going to do is give you each a clue about one of the shapes, and you'll take a turn drawing your clue, and then you're going to help each other out. If the person's drawing it incorrectly, you'll let them know what they're doing wrong, help them out, get them to the right shape, or let them know if they are drawing it correctly. So, whoever wants to go first can go with that. Should we start here? Okay. So, your clue, I want you to draw me the shape that has 2 sets of equal sides. What are we talking about? Good job. Okay. Did she do that correctly?
Yes.
Yep. Can you tell me why?
Because it's a rectangle, so 2 of the sides are the same, and the other 2 are the same.
Good.
But not all 4 are the same.
Great. Good job. Okay. I'll have you do one more. How about you draw me the shape that has no sides? Good. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Great. Can you tell me what shape that is?
That's a circle.
Awesome. All right, so your turn now. Pass that along. Okay, you can go ahead and erase it. Sorry, if you want.
Okay.
All right. How about you draw me the shape that has 4 equal sides? Good. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yep.
it
Can you
is.
tell me why?
Because it has 4 equal sides.
Yep. What shape is it?
Square.
Awesome. All right, and then draw me the shape that has 3 sides. Okay, is that one correct?
Yes.
Yep. Can you tell me why?
Because there's 3 sides, and 2 sides are equal.
Yeah, yeah. All right, how about, can you draw me another, what shape is that? Can you tell me?
Triangle.
Great. Draw me another triangle that looks differently from that one. Good job. So they're both still triangles because they have 3 sides, but they can look different. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to do one last activity. I'm going to hand you each a bag of pipe cleaners. And what I want you to do is face away from each other so you can't see what each other's making. We're going to go through each shape, and then I'll tell you which one to make, and I want you to build it with the pipe cleaners. And so the first one, you're going to go out. Let's do a square first. Use whatever pieces you think are necessary. I'm going to be looking for a couple things. If you want to use more than one piece, you can. Yeah. Yeah, use whatever you want, but if you can use more than one.
Sorry, it's
Okay.
not very good.
No, that's
but-
okay. That's okay. You got the idea. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about with your shapes that you just built are, remember how I said from the beginning, where's this part? There it is, how each has a straight line and they're closed?
Yes.
So you both did good with that. And then, how many equal sides do we say a square has? 4. Great, and you both did that correctly. So let's move on to our next shape. We're going to do a circle. So again, use whatever pieces you think are necessary.